Hello everyone and welcome to Destination Penguins. We are Jarek and Agnieszka traveling to the bottom of South America in our van Mundo. In 2023, we left our American lives behind and embarked on the journey south. Life is short, world is beautiful, and we want to make memories for a lifetime. So join us on this journey as we publish the highlights on YouTube. So we are currently in Colectivo going to Oaxaca Central, and it's a taxi and it takes only 15 pesos per person, but we are now 6 people in a tiny little car. So Jarek is sitting next to a lady in between the lady and the driver. And yes, and I'm in the back sitting between 2 ladies as well. So this is how we travel in Mexico. Okay, so we left Colectivo and now we're getting on a bus to get to Central. So the bus, how much was it? 8 pesos, right? I think it's 8 pesos. Okay, that is Jarek. Here is our bus. Trying tejate, which is like cacao, almond, maize, corn, and water, and a little bit of sugar. And it's very interesting taste. It's not super sweet, but it's nice.
Se mueve la molendera, se mueve, gócelo, gócelo, gócelo. El mercado 20 de noviembre.
the place where we're going to try to have lunch and not die of smoke inhalation or something. So we ordered meat and tortillas and toppings to the thing, and it's like we have carne asada, we have sausages, and we have, I think, chicken. And now we're going to put all this together. So this is how this is on the market, the way it works. See, this is how we make tortillas. Tortillas de maíz in Oaxaca. See, this is how it's cooked. I'm waiting for 12 of them. Oh, muy bien. Oh, muchas gracias. Okay. All right. These are grasshoppers. We were on the way to visit Monte Alban, an archaeological site outside Oaxaca City, when we realized that Mundo will not be able to climb up the hill. There was lots of road constructions on the way, and Google directed us on a very twisty and steep road. Then we decided to park Mundo and flag the tuk-tuk to take us up the hill.
Eso que haces sin hablarme, tu piel y tu olor me tienen en un dilema, perdiendo el control. Yo me hago la difícil, pero contigo no se puede. Es como estar en un desierto y tú eres agua, bebé. I wanna ride with you, te rocé por Malibu. Tell me if you wanted to, baby, tú me hiciste fuego. I wanna ride with you, te rocé por Malibu. Tell me if you wanted to, baby, tú me hiciste fuego. Quiero que tu cepillo de dientes esté junto al mío, despertar cada mañana y me quites el frío, viajar por California sin anillo y sin ceremonia, que todos los recuerdos se queden en la memoria. Una nota musical, dejándome me haces vibrar.
So according to the information, this is one of the nicest houses here on Monte Alban. And it looks like they had a courtyard, and off the courtyard they had all these separate rooms. And apparently there's still some, I can't cross or pass, but there's still some paintings on the walls. So Monte Alban is famous for this big square, It's one of the biggest ones in all the cities in Mesoamerica. Also, it's famous for the fact that it's not symmetric. I must say it's a beautiful setting on top of the hill. Obviously there was no Oaxaca in a valley, but it's a beautiful, beautiful setting. The other thing I read is that they leveled the top of the mountain to build the city. So this obelisk is the remnants of a clock. I guess it was built and positioned in such a way that the shadow announced what time and day it was. It is a big square. It's a rectangle. This was very important building in the middle of this square. It was the astronomy center, and Zapotec people spent a lot of time, and their scientists spent a lot of time looking at the stars, trying to figure out time and seasons, and only few people had access to go inside that building every day. So stone carving was the major art form during the Zapotec times. These stone carvings are considered dancers. So I've seen in Oaxaca lots of plumerias, and this one is a beautiful color because it's yellow and red combined. Many of them are either pink or white, but this one is nice. And some of them have leaves and some of them don't. We are today in Mitla. Mitla is a small town outside Oaxaca, about 50 kilometers outside Oaxaca, and it's a pueblo mágico with archaeological site. The archaeological site, we don't know much about it, but we're going to learn when the museum opens up. I wanted to give a little update. So the last week we spent our time outside Oaxaca in a small town called Tule. It's actually the full name, it's Santa Maria del Tule, on a really nice campsite that was small and quaint and had very nice amenities. And we sort of commuted or traveled to Oaxaca several times using the public transport, so colectivos and buses, and that was a experience in itself. And I will show you that experience in the episode about Oaxaca. But from here, we're going to travel to the coast, and it's going to take us a couple days. The road is not very long. But it's steep and windy, twisty. And apparently the views are absolutely magnificent. So we're going to take our time and drive slowly and arrive on the coast of state of Oaxaca in a town of Mizunte, or maybe in Bahia San Agustin. We don't know exactly where we're going yet, but looking forward to it. Apparently it's quite hot on the coast, but we missed the ocean and the water, so we wanted to get there soon. It's a beautiful church in Mitla.
Dobrze w środku. Jaką mają tom, żeby... Dos, por favor.
A tam ktoś.
Ktoś tylko ręka się wysuwa.
Timetable. Here's the timetable of the local archaeological sites. And yesterday we were in Mount Alban, which is 400 years BC until 1600 AD. And Mika is right here and 1000. By the way, we spent the night in the parking lot of this archaeological site in Mitla. So that's where Mundo is, just outside the gate. And it was nice and quiet night. There was nobody. The parking lot was actually locked, and we were the only ones inside. But it was a great place. So as we just read, when Monte Alban declined, Mitla prospered. So the main time when Mitla was very active was from 950 AD to 1595 AD. So the buildings are much newer, and they still maintain these beautiful carvings in the stones. Here's the second courtyard. This one is massive, and it has these beautiful carvings. Also has been, the location is very beautiful because it's surrounded by mountains. So as the history here says, that lots of important buildings from this site were destroyed by the Spanish conquistadors, and the materials from the destruction were used to build the cathedral. So that's why the cathedral shows like two kinds of different stones, one the pink one and one kind of used from the buildings that were here in 1600 and 16th century and 1500s. This is a palace with beautiful ceilings and the wall carvings. Oh, this is really nice. And then the entrance to the courtyard with beautiful carvings. And there are some other rooms, but we can't get in because they're still being restored. So these columns held a roof over this palace. There must have been some kind of a roof because these columns are just really huge.
Yeah, the carvings are pretty.
Look at this old tree. The trunk is still alive, but the trunk and the branches are like so crusty. But there are some new growth on the old trunks, so that's why it makes me think that it's still alive. It must be as old as maybe the church. In this episode, we didn't travel very far. When we left Oaxaca, we drove to Monte Alban, archaeological site just outside the town, and then we drove to Mitla, about 30 to 40 kilometers east.